She looks golden in the morning sun, and she looks nice. She's still filthy, but she looks nice. It almost looks like from the rear end, it almost looks like it's wrapped there. It looks like it's kind of a matte wrap. The way the sun shined on it and the way it's like kind of dirty. I don't know, what do you think? First, we're gonna take the dog out. Come on son, let's go. He's a beagle, so he spends a lot of time sniffing. It does seem sometimes like he'll only walk fast when there's another dog in his sight. Oh, he's interested. He's interested. Wickham Christmas tree. Looks better when it's dark and it's all lit up. The little village that I live in. It's quite a nice little village actually. Ah, guys, my two weaknesses, Greg's and Porsche. Oh, I'll see you later, Greg's. Always busy in this street, but he knows he's getting his breakfast. Ta-da! So we need coffee, need to feed the dog before we can get out in the 997. It's time to do advent calendars. That's mine, that's Ruth's, that's Jacob's. That's a cool car, and this is my coffee book table collection. It's coming on quite nicely.
You are going to get a twisted. Oh no, a Claire. I reckon a Claire. Meow. Good chocolates are mine, aren't there?
Fudge. Finger of fudge.
Just enough to give you a fudge.
Oh, double fudge. Look at the size of these though. I
They're
mean,
very little now.
it's hardly worth it.
What it is?
It's not. Guys, back in the 997. This is the worst part of driving the 997, because once you've started it and then you kind of leave your driveway, leave the street, you kind of always look at that fuel. Consider remaining range on the fuel. I did put a little bit of fuel in yesterday, but I didn't put that much in, so I did go for a bit of a spirited drive yesterday, and yeah, we need to fuel up again. But the worst part of driving this car is when you literally first set off, and you've got to wait for all the engine components to warm up before you can kind of give it some good beans, which probably takes about 10 minutes. And if you're only doing short stop-start like journeys, then it can cause a problem. So if, let's say for example, I'll try and keep it between 2,500 RPM until it's fully up to temperature. I don't know if you can see the temperature gauge on the right hand side there, but I'll always try and keep it under 2,500 revs, depending on what you read online. Like some people say 2,000, some people say 3,000, so I kind of just go shoot straight through the middle, 2,500 RPM. But the problem with not doing that, and this is it's all down to sort of education really, is people can sort of get in their cars and think, right, I've got a Porsche, I'm just going to rev the tits off it, I'm going to drive it as fast as I can, as soon as I can. And that's where problems can present themselves with things like bore scoring. You've probably all heard of bore scoring, and it's probably in all 997s. It's not something you can maybe delay the onset of it. You could probably maybe sort of get away with not having it during your ownership, but it's probably always there, and it's probably always going to have to be rebuilt at some point for somebody. It just depends on how badly it's been treated by the previous owners in its life, I guess. And so I'm not sure how much Porsche driving I'm actually going to get today, because there is a situation arising. It's kind of a big day for things I like to do, and I'll show you what I'm doing soon. But because of that, it means my Porsche driving is going to be kind of restricted, but I am going to have to switch to a different car. So that's what I'm on my way to go and get now. I'm going to go and get a different car, and I'll show you what I mentioned it yesterday, the Audi A7, no A6 should I say, A6 C7. So I'll show you that car as well. So guys, we are up to temperature now, which means what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the sports exhaust on, take off the sports suspension, drop it a gear, and we can start having a little bit of fun. Wet roads, but it's a four-wheel drive. It handles roads like this really easily indeed. And the only thing slowing me down is other traffic. You might also be wondering why I'm driving to a different location to get the other car. It's a long story, it's a little bit complicated, but I have got a few different cars parked in a few different locations. My ultimate goal is to get like one big garage and one sort of area where I can just keep all of my cars nice and safely on the land where the house is as well. So it's something I'm working towards, but I'm just not quite there yet. So I do need to sort of maybe move to different places from time to time, swap cars over. I'm kind of used to it, but I'd like it. In an ideal world, I'd like everything to be in one area so that I can just get out of my house and get in whatever car that I want. Alright, let me show you the Audi. Just come into the Audi and I've got, oh god, switch off engine and check coolant level message. There was a TPMS error message as well, a start-stop message. I think it happens when the car's cold. If I turn it off and we try and turn it back on, everything's gone off. That's a relief. Well, this is the Audi, and I should definitely be grateful for what I've got, because it's not a bad car. It does everything really well. It's just not that performance orientated. But if you're a bit queasy when you see blood and things, look away now, because look at that. Okay, you might think, what the hell is that? And then there's a little bit of something on there, and I got out and I was like, what the hell is that? And then I come to the back of the car and I see that. Oh my days, that is disgusting. Little rat. Where did you come from? Yeah, I think that was probably dead, and it was probably just lying there, and then I've rolled over it because we've got a cat, and a cat loves to go and kill things like that and just leave them as presents. So, oh dear. But anyway, there we go. This is the Audi. It's not a bad car. It does everything really well. Fits everything in. It's a 2-litre diesel. What do you think? What do you think? Should I sell it? Should I get something like a Macan or a Cayenne, or should we just keep it and trade this one? This is like everyone's got one of those like beta cars. It's got like got nearly 187,000 miles on the clock, and this thing is like a tank. It's got more torque than this. You put your foot down on this and the power's instantly there. With this one, there's such a delay and such a lag. Those are the two sort of daily beaters, if you like, the two reliables, the two dependents. Just a little bit bored of that one. I was curious to know if any of you guys have a favourite football team, or any of you guys in the UK, what your team is. If you're outside of the UK, if you do follow British football, what is your favourite team? And the only reason I ask is because sometimes, well, I kind of don't like to bring this up in any of my videos, because I know it instantly divides people, because people are so passionate about it. But for me, my football team for the past, I've been going to see them for the past 30 odd years, is Newcastle United. Pride of the Northeast. I'm really sorry if you're a Sunderland fan. 4-0, guys. We'll take that. We'll take 4-0. Come on, Newcastle. Heading back to the car now. There's a festive fair going on there. 4-0. Very happy with that. And we're heading out tonight for some more festive, Christmassy fun. I don't like parking the Porsche in this area for match days. It's pretty dodgy. That's why I brought this car here today. Like an old car repair shop. First of all, have a look in this window. Look at these cars in here. These old cars. Bikes. Look at those old classic bikes. Fantastic. So you could ride one of those around. And then they've got like a repair shop on the side. A nice storage depot. Let's have a look in here. These are really cool. I wonder when these are from. 1930s, 40s, something like that. So cool. I wish we still had things like this running on the streets. Around the corner we've got another 2 buses, 220 Rotherham, and then Tardy something. Let's go and have a look at the trams as well. A few more buses. We're well into the storage area now. 50 years. Central Station, Circle 264. Central Station 31. 50 years of service. Looks like there's one over in the far corner there being maybe restored or something. Got an old van there, bus in front of it. These are proper cool. There's one there as well. 114 Westmoreland Central Station. Let's see if we can find the car. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Subaru with tinsel on the back. Very festive. Mine isn't as festive, but it does the job.